There was a woodcutter and his wife, and they lived out in the forest, just like this forest back behind me here. Well, they lived in a little bitty house, and every day the woodcutter would go out and he would chop down a tree, and he would chop that tree into little pieces, and he would take it to the marketplace and try to sell it as firewood. Every day he did that. He worked very hard, but he didn't make very much money doing that. In fact, he made so little money that they could only afford to eat potatoes. Like this one right here. There's a potato. Now, potatoes are good food, but if you have to eat them every day, it gets kind of tiring. This one keeps disappearing, but it's there. Okay, there it is. Okay, and so these potatoes, this was not disappearing potatoes, they were real potatoes, and they had to eat them every meal. In the morning, they would eat potatoes. They would eat like fried potatoes, and at noon they would eat mashed potatoes, and at night they would eat boiled potatoes, and sometimes fricasseed potatoes and French fries and all sorts of different kinds of potatoes. And they got tired of potatoes every meal. Oh, that's that's a terrible thing to do. Except potatoes are good food, but boy, that was just too much. So one day, that woodcutter went out and he looked and looked for a good tree, and he found a huge tree. It was huge. It was so big. It went way up in the air, and it was so big that he had to walk around it. And he looked and looked, and he saw that this would be the best tree that he'd ever chopped down. It would be so great, and it was so big, and it would make his fortune. He wouldn't have to eat potatoes anymore. And so he pulled back his axe and he went to strike that tree a mighty blow. And he heard, "Please, please don't cut down my tree.
What? What? Who's that?
It's me."
Who? Well, you're very tiny.
"Well, yes, I am. But this is my tree, and I protect this tree, and I don't want you to chop it down."
Well, why don't you want me to chop it down?
"Well, because this is a grandmother tree. I've been protecting it for 1,000 years, and it feeds the whole forest." Now, a grandmother tree is a huge tree, and through its roots, it will share food and it will help the other trees in the forest. And if you chop down a grandmother tree, the whole forest can get sick, and sometimes it would even die. And that's what this little creature said to the woodcutter. "It's a grandmother tree. Please, please don't take our grandmother tree."
Well, if it will make the forest sick, I certainly don't want to take that tree, so I won't cut it down, even though it would have made me a lot of money.
"Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. And because you were so generous and didn't cut down my tree, I will grant you 3 wishes. Three."
Oh boy, I never had 3 wishes before.
And he ran home to his wife, and he told his wife, he was so excited. He told her about those 3 wishes. And his wife said, "Yeah, well, you're always telling stories. And now you're telling me a story about a big, great big tree and a little creature doing wee, 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 and 3 wishes. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure I believe in these 3 wishes of yours."
Well, what really happened, you really did. And I can wish for anything. I can wish for a castle in the sky. I can wish for jewelry for you. For you, you guys can get you some jewelry, some nice jewelry.
Oh, wait a minute, though. All we have to eat is potatoes, 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 potatoes. And you gonna get a castle in the sky? Why would I want a castle in the sky when all we have to eat is potatoes? Why don't you wish for something to eat?
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, I wish I had a sausage.
And all of a sudden, the sky opened up and lightning came down, and there was a sausage sitting there, right there on the table.
See, I told you I had 3 wishes.
Oh, now why did you wish for a lousy sausage? I mean, I like sausages, but it's only one sausage. You could have wished for 1,000 sausages. You could have wished for 1,000 pigs, and then we could have sausages. We could make sausages for the rest of our lives. But here, you just asked for one lousy sausage, one sausage. Oh, sometimes you don't think before you speak. Sometimes you just speak and speak and speak, and you don't think. And you gotta ask for so many sausages. You only ask for one sausage, and sometimes you just make me so mad because you don't think before you speak. And I'm getting right mad right now. I don't want to, but I'm starting to get really mad right now. And oh, I'm so mad. I wish that sausage would stuck on the end of your nose. Oh,
Oh no! There's a sausage stuck on the end of my nose. How did that? Oh, why did you wish for that?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh, we gotta get it off. Here, pull.
They pulled and pulled. They could not get that sausage off the end of his nose. And his wife went in the kitchen, got a knife, and was going to cut it off. But as soon as she touched it to that sausage hurt.
Oh no, I don't think it's stuck on the end of my nose anymore.
I think it's part of my nose.
Oh no, what are we gonna do?
And they looked at each other, and they both realized at the same time that they had to have the third wish be to get that sausage off the end of his nose. And so that's what they did. They went together, both of them at the same time, and they wished that sausage right off the end of his nose, and it came off, and it laid there, right there on the table. And so I'm here to tell you, if you go out in the woods and you see a great big tree, it's probably a grandmother tree. And if you see a little creature down there going, please don't cut down my tree, and you don't cut down their tree, and they grant you 3 wishes, think very carefully about the wishes that you're going to wish, because you don't want to waste them like that woodcutter and his wife. But I also want to tell you that there's a good news to this story. There's a good ending, because that sausage was delicious.